Hello everybody, Jake your resident content cowboy here, Yeehaw. I am on the Nightmare Realm, aka the public test server, messing around with Suicune for the first time. I put some items on here. We've got some glasses, a shell bell. Let's take it into the practice area, just mess around with this Pokemon a bit. This will be our Pokemon Day Pokemon, and I'm gonna go ahead and see how it feels. I gotta be honest, when I first saw the footage from the leaks, it's not that it didn't seem, possibly powerful or something like that, but I won't say I was completely blown away by how it looked. I thought it looked okay. Let's go ahead and see how it feels in-game here. There's Water Pulse for our first move. That drenches our opponents, right? Which could let us charge up our boosted here. Obviously, we're going to need to be able to hit multiple times for that to happen. Let's go ahead and see how it clears center here as well. Just kind of looking around to see what it feels like through some of these moments. The way it plays looks like a Mage to me in so many ways. So I just feel like you probably won't be playing center with it. You will probably be playing lane, but it also could be one of those Pokemon that just needs experience pretty badly, right? Got our Avalanche here. This will give us the ability to hit our boosteds, right? You have to be able to hit kind of like 2 moves in a row. There's our boosted. That kind of rush of water right there is our boosted. And we froze them as well because the end of Avalanche was in that move there when they were drenched. Your other moves create an area that you're able to sort of freeze your opponents in, but at first you just have this like combo right there. All right, let's start with Whirlpool. It looked kind of cool. You cast it out. You can move it around, dealing some more damage, creating the zone here. It looks like did it charge my boosted on its own? Casting it out for 1 hit and then moving it for the next. Yeah, so you charge your boosted on its own, which is all right. Yeah. Hit these 2. You can throw the Avalanche and then push this forward also. You should be able to hit, and then we froze that as well with Avalanche. You should be able to hit kind of multiple boosteds with this, right? Hit 1, pull, hit the boosted, drop another. Close, right? The freeze there might have given us another. If I just hit there, they do freeze, taking the extra damage. Okay. Cool. Yeah, again, this feels so much like an attacker to me. It's crazy, right? It's got some really cool stuff. I like it, but it just feels like this feels like an attacker. So much like an attacker. Let's go ahead and play this with Ice Beam here. Ice Beam has 2 uses in reserve. We should be able to hit multiple boosteds with a lot of these combos. I had someone on Discord message me about that too. I'll have to take a look at that message here in 1 sec. Someone on Discord was messaging me about some of the combos too. So you can hit 1, right? You can Ice Beam this, boosted, and if we were moving it on time, we could then move it, Ice Beam, boosted again, right? So we hit 1, Ice Beam, boosted, move, Ice Beam, boosted. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be very powerful. Very, very powerful. Venusaur's got a Unite move. That's going to wreck us. Not as much as maybe it should have, considering we were very reckless in that fight. We did take Venusaur down right there. We just kind of stood in its face and got hit by its Unite. Right? Ice Beam, boosted, move, Ice Beam, boosted. Yeah, I mean, pretty powerful. And then right into your Unite move also, right? You could, like, smack your Unite move in the midst of that. You got to be careful not to move Whirlpool before you would hit that first Ice Beam. It feels like a really strong combo. Especially your opponents are kind of walking up for a fight, and you catch them. Whirlpool Plus was what? Reducing the move's cooldown. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you deal damage to them, they get pulled towards the center, they get drenched. It's very, very... Whirlpool feels very strong and useful. 2 uses, obviously, can be kept in reserve for Ice Beam. It also feels quite good. And yeah, the combo here, we could get multiple boosteds out of it. Feels like my Unite move's charging pretty fast, but I also just ripped through a ton of enemy Pokemon there, so... Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a really nice combo. Strong. Feels very strong. What's going on down here? Where you at, buddy? See, that was me doing it. I did it in the wrong order again right there. I guess you can get another boost the other way too, because there are 2 ways to do it. That freeze is legit. That Unite move freeze is legit. Let me get one more level. I want to see. What is Ice Beam 2? Ice Beam Plus? Strengthens the slowing effect. Wow. Yeah, this is like... This is an attacker, in my opinion, but still, yeah, really strong. Really, really strong. I don't know what about this to me screams all-rounder, except maybe it'll just be bulky. Like the stat, it'll just be too bulky, right? And they're like, yeah, it's all-rounder, so that's why it's that bulky. It's not clearly a ranged... I'm sorry. It is clearly a ranged attack, special attack Pokemon with all of its moves feel like a mage. Like, completely. Completely. All right, let's hop back in. I want to try the other moves here. It's like decently fun to play. It's decently fun to combo the moves. I find like some of the mage combos are pretty fun. I do feel like this is clearly a mage, but the first move at 5, we'll take Surf here. So this is the area on Surf. Pretty big, and yeah, it does last a while, doesn't it? Look at that. It's huge. They're both drenched. I can drop this Avalanche in there. Yeah, the drench of Surf, it lasts the entire area of it. Like, you Surf, that drench is still here, of course, unless you break it with ice, right? Because that snap freezes. But let's say you, like, leave it. The whole area is water. You cast another one in that time. Wow, okay. Hit the Icy Wind into the drench there. Right into the boosted. The freeze of it, I mean, yeah, you could set it up in a way where you Icy Wind first, I think is what we're talking about here, to hit with it. And you could Icy Wind again while the Surf is still up before the next Surf is there. I gotta say the other move I think is like a little cooler, it feels like. Surf feels like not bad. Maybe it's even better because of how long this area effect lasts. But it feels a little more basic, yeah. The other move, like, you get to move it around, so it feels like you're doing more. Yeah, it feels good. The Unite move feels underwhelming. It doesn't seem like it's underpowered. That's not what I mean by that. But it does feel like the Unite move is kind of... Okay. Maybe that's just me, but just playing the Unite, I feel like it's like, all right. It feels like it should be a lot cooler, yeah? We've got... Increases damage dealt by this move. And this is... Reduces cooldown. I mean, this thing is always up already. Look at that. I don't know. That's just not... Like, Miraidon's Unite move is so dang cool. And I know they're different moves, obviously, but it feels like that should be a little cooler, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I see what they're trying to show me. This is interesting. This is an interesting combination. So, because of how you could cast Surf twice, let me take cooldowns off just to show this, but because of how you could cast Surf twice, so you cast Surf, it's still up by the time you cast another, and both would hit. Is it both hit or just 2 areas of it? Let me see. So you Surf once. Surf again. That did 1900. Is that what it would do regardless, though? Oh, it's not. It did do both, didn't it? Because otherwise it's like 900 something. Ooh. So you could... I mean, this would be a really hard thing to pull off, right? But you could hit a Surf into another Surf... right into this pop. Wow. Oh, that is pretty cool. Well, shout out to IOI for sending that over to me. I mean, that's going to be really tricky to pull off, but you could be fighting, right? It feels like you wouldn't want to wait this long to cast your moves, but you could be fighting and then drop that and try to hit twice. That would be very cool. This still feels pretty good, too. I mean, you break it really fast, right? You don't get the second cast, which is maybe... not ideal, but it's also just like an immediate 1-2 punch of damage. I guess you could do the double Surf with this too, right? I think that combo right there is just going to be good enough, though. Just hitting Surf into the Ice Beams is just it's strong enough. And then right into your boost. I mean, jeez. The damage is really significant with that freeze. All right. Well, there we go. That's Suicune. We'll go ahead and rip Ray here real quick. That's Suicune, everybody. I'll probably mess around with it some more. I might run into a game with it, but I just wanted to kind of get on the test server and mess around with it myself. I really do think this is an attacker. I'm not sure why we're not calling it an attacker, but we're not. We're calling it an all-rounder, but it is, in my opinion, an attacker. That's what I'm getting out of this. This build is probably not the rip build, but it doesn't have good rip. Venusaur's trying to steal my Ray. That Unite is going to be very powerful. It could look a little cooler. We all agree with me on that. It could look a little cooler. All right, GG Suicune. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Like walking away from this, I feel like this is going to be quite powerful, especially if it's like it is now. Feels like the damage is really solid, especially once they're frozen. You hit them with that boosted. That feels like a really, really solid chunk of damage. I do think the entire kit screams attacker, but they've decided it's an all-rounder. Yeah. All right. I'm excited for whenever they decide to nerf Rapidash as well. Love you guys. I'll see y'all next time. We did it. Oh, we did it.